Okay, so it's 8:08 a.m. right now. I woke up 24 hours beforehand at 7:30 yesterday, and it's been 24 hours that I am up. Yay, Arno! Woo. So, we're gonna go for another video about the serial killers. And we're gonna go a little deeper into the what they are, why they are doing this, to understand more their motive and their way of operating and so on. I have started the series on Netflix called Angie Fake Life True Crime. And so this is the story of a serial killer that who was arrested, I think, who got only 24 months in jail, I think, or 24 years. 24 years. I don't know yet. Like, they are exposing the background, the origin story, and how she got arrested. Perhaps the last time, I don't know yet. I just recognized that some stuff that I have been saying about serial killers are matching perfectly uh, the character that is presented there, and it enriches a bit what I have been witnessing from an external point of view, from an external it makes sense. What I'm hearing there, it makes 100% sense with what I felt I had in front of me. As in, this person is a pathological liar. She's irreasonably obsessed with some type of greed or insatiable desires that nothing can stop, and she is completely delusional, obsessive, delusional, ready to do anything to achieve what she wants. And you see in this series that they describe someone, they describe a Satanist, basically, and they say that she is crazy. They say that she's obsessed with money and fortune, and and she hangs a lot with fortunate people, like people with money. So immediately when I heard that, for me, in my mind, I saw the picture of someone who wants to be hidden behind their money, behind a money wall, and behind that money wall, I imagine them just being like completely, like, just, yeah, really insane and unstable mentally, going obsessively about their desire for one thing, and using crimes and the killing to satisfy any of the impulse and in their desire impulses. And it feels like they hide themselves behind like shit tons of material things, and like, and people that they pay, and like just to push everything away from them, to stay hidden from the world, basically, while pretending like to have their true self hidden from the world, living in some type of communitarism that is uh, completely excluded from the rest of humanity, and nurturing their own agendas from afar, while their only way to really connect with someone on a deeper level, or to have the feeling to connect with someone on a deeper level, because the connection is something that is, it's an interaction, like when you connect, it's like both parties are linked together, like that's a connection. This is how I see it. Otherwise it just, you know like one is, it's not working, you see. So this is, yeah, like the symbol of connection. It's like it's two circles like this, right? So if you have like only one who tries to connect, it's like you never connect. And so this is why I feel that they are doing, while watching through my eyes, for instance, I'm like, they are, um they have the feeling of connecting with someone, but in the end they are just in a living in illusion, a delusion. So yeah, it's sick, it's pathological, it's sickness. And when she got caught, she was recording the statement of, um to give her statement. Like the police, they knew that it was her 100%. They were looking at her cars. uh, it's like they saw she had money, they saw she was unstable. They are Satanists too, they cover up for crimes all the time. So if I were the police, I would say that, I would be like, yeah, okay, let's see how that plays out, basically, um and so, um it's like my job would be, would I think would be like just to slap her down. But like, I think she murdered another Illuminati, actually. And that might be the thing that put her behind bars. Perhaps this person was not supposed to be sacrificed, and she just killed her. So I guess that this is what pushed her to be behind bars, to go behind bars, because it was not following any form of ritual. Rituals were just killing, like for the sake of killing. I have been creating a table today. It's like it's a super rigid form of going about the killing, like the table. And this has nothing to see about the crazy that I have seen. It's like this was disorganized, this was uh, impulsive, out of control. Um, um, Nothing was. It was not meticulous as the thing I was thinking. Was like completely like delusion, like grand megalomaniac, you know. Um, and they say in her portrait that she was megalomaniac. What she had was not satisfying her. She wanted to make off, yeah, whatever. But the family, they say halfway the truth. They say that she was they know they knew that it was satanism, and their brother was satanist and they were satanist, but um she wanted more, and this is where I am. And I don't know where that goes from there. I guess that the dude was insist having sex with his daughter, toddler. It looks like he was really being physical with her. Um, so yeah, like even then, it was a bit like they said that he was not taking drugs, doing sport, football. This dude, owner of a club. Um, but then you see a video of him. He's like, you see, he took cocaine. He was like, and then he was like a bit like, like in the motion. He was like in it, like controlled, but in it, in the motion. So you're like, I know that. Zaragoza as well. Zaragoza is said in the series, and Zaragoza. And Zaragoza was set several times in the San Juan, Saint Jean, in the solstice of summer. He kept like uh, I think this person was from the Centro Nacional de Inteligencia, the National Center of Intelligence from Spain, and that he was um, basically bringing up the heat and being like really, like aggressive, like yelling at the microphone, like bringing up the violence and the tension, and like all the time, like repeating the same thing, the same thing, the same thing, like per interval. Because I kept falling asleep with like lots of freaking noise all the time. I don't know if I got visited. I don't think so, because with so many people, I guess that uh, they would have been scared of having sorry, someone protecting me, going after them. Because I'm I'm still coming from powerful bloodlines. I'm not a nobody, and it seemed to be in between places what was happening to me. Plus, you know, it's like okay, you're protected by the entire system, but you also know that betrayal is happening. And now they were like knowing a place. They were in a place of in between of betrayal, and where they didn't know where to stand. They thought it was going in the direction of the abuse toward myself was still going on, but in the end would still go on. While they knew, I guess, somewhere that it was an impossible solution for them if we've managed to go that far yet, without me having been killed, while alien celestial presences had been manifesting themselves, um, and have had clearly put a stand in the fact, stating uh, put a stand stating that I was under protection. You know, um, for me, it's to some extent like now it makes more sense, but it didn't really made 100% sense, um, because being like a type of supreme power, uh, with the ability to control it all, I wouldn't leave myself I wouldn't let myself go through such an like an experience. It was just horrific what happened to me. It's still horrific to some extent. It's the end, but um, yeah. So what I understand from this is uh it's exactly it's what I've been saying since like they are just completely crazy. They lost it. Really. They completely lost it. Like she was at the precinct. She was the at the police station, and they said that it took her uh 2 hours to make a deposition about what happened. Like just to say that she was um that the victim, who was a friend of hers, so the victim of Angie, which was a friend of hers, she took 2 hours to simply state that she was not with her. And apparently she's gone down to showing her phone and showing up with time she's been contacting. And like, what I got a sense that she was making up like some impossible stories, like the victim was coming from Mataro, which is a city that I have been painting on some that I have been noticing, that I talked about, and Zaragoza is as well cited in there. NG NG. There is as well a company NG from which one person of my direct house, the French house of Revel, belongs to. And this person has been visiting my profile this week. Um, and so I'm looking at this. It's like NGs, like it's everything like going in the same direction. So so I'm getting used to it. Uh, it's still not 100% a pleasurable feeling, because it's like, where does my freedom lies in a life that's highly calibrated um, to what it seems being the millimeter. Out of nowhere, I draw those stars. You see that this is very well made, right? It's as if it was already drawn somewhere, and that I just had to follow the flow into drawing this, right? I just started to make to make stars. While I was at the phone. So yeah. So apparently she killed her employee, an ex-employee of hers. And I have been after Elon Musk. I wanted to check the stock options, right, a little before taking the video, to see where the stocks were. But it's like the stock market, it's all manufactured. It's all fake. It's all fake. The banking system is fake. It's like everything is fake. it's just running to quite properly. It's functional for a part of humanity, but for the rest of humanity, us, uh, the one going about the violence, the fights, the organizing the wars, the uh, so therefore as well the killing, the ruthlessness, the all that. Uh, for us, it just doesn't apply. We're just like out of system. We're just out system. It's like I am out of the system. I have several bank accounts, and I guess that I have as well bank accounts at my name or add an alias of that they will give me that are um yeah. So I guess that I still have frozen assets to some extent, like then I still need to take back all the money that Etsy stole from me, that Patreon stole from me, that Medium stole from me, that YouTube stole from me too. My inheritance still need to be delivered back to me as well because it's been stolen by my aunt and my mother. Um, they had to. They had to. Um, so it's not. I'm not poor. I have never been poor. I see that. I have seen pictures of my mom at the ski with friends of her dad and of her mother, so my grandpa and my grandma, and they all look like they are freaking rich. They all look like freaking super rich, like proper rich, you know? And I'm like, what the? I have been so I have been working all the time, but I spent perhaps 4 years of my life on unemployment money, like struggling to find jobs while everyone was just so happy about my insights. And so like I couldn't crack the code. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with what I'm doing? So I tried to see, and I elaborated about my work, and I elaborated about like I was a bit traumatized as well to some extent, but I was like I'm trying to understand what's going on. There's my dog. There, they put him into the annoying modus as he was before, into like asking for food because he got in the habit of having me giving him pot of food again. So if there is a bit of food here, then he's like, me, give it to me. And my dog is not a serial killer. And they've been like some people around in my neighborhood, they have done shit with my cats. It's like those people are just completely out of their mind, right mind. And these Angie, fake life, true crime, fake life, true crime, scammers, it's so revealing. I'm like, finally, we get to the bottom of it. This is it. So, I mean, like, who would uh, evict someone, like, block someone for their entire life obsessively, like, make sure that everything they do, they cannot succeed, create them disease, and much more, and uh, end up by after 25 months, 24 months or 23 months, end up uh, putting them in the street and torture them still every freaking day for 6 7 months, while putting like thousands and thousands of cars days in and days out, uh, revolving around them. Who would do that? It's like, okay, I'm supposed to be the representation of a god and so on, blah, but I don't know. So I will try to be quick. It feels like they absolutely don't want me to record those videos. Um, so let's see what's up. Here we're gonna go about the part two. A bit more slow, perhaps it's chill for you to have me in this type of different motion right now. I mean, it feels like I'm chill and more relaxed. Um, it feels like it. Um, so now we're gonna see the part two: psychopathology of the serial killer, a diagnostic deep dive. A diagnostic deep dive: psychopathy of the serial killer. It's divided in three parts. The first part is approaching the antisocial personality disorder, so, and psychopathy, deconstructing the mask of sanity. So they appear as being sane, but they are insane. Antisocial, uh, so a sociopath, basically. Um, Anger management issue, for instance, which has been described earlier on. Now, in the second part, we have the neurological and biological correlate the brain of a killer, because there are some predispositions biological to anything, which with a certain context can go in one way or another. It's like your biology uh, is it's like a roadmap, but not a roadmap. It's like a roadmap because you are inclined to be more in a way or another way, and in the roadmap, it's like it's a path, and like here it's the kind of the same time, the same thing. It's like the initial way of how you are, and then in the development you can open up some path, or just deroute where you're supposed to go, or you can just empathize, make you go in a direction where you have predisposition, where you can go. It's like being a super good person, being the worst person ever. If you are in this type of context, you go there. If you are in this type of context, you go there. So super bad person, super good person. And I should have said super bad person, super good person, because I'm a good person, right? I'm literally a good, and I'm literally enough, because my grandma, her last name was enough, because GH in English is like a F, enough, and it's written F in French, so enough. I am an enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am revealed. I am revealing, and I am good. Okay, I am good enough. All right. I cannot have it otherwise. I am good enough. This is how it is. Quite funny, right? But I'm not lucky. I'm good enough. All right. I am good enough. And I am a dream. I am a dream of L. So, uh, because Revel is like a rev plus the letter L in French. So it's like dream L. Dream L. You can see it as well as rev hell, rev L. Without the H, because in French it's like we skip the H, so it makes like rêve elle, révèle, rêve elle, révèle, rêve elle, révèle, révéler, to reveal. So then, oh, it's gonna be quick, that one. That's perfect because it's only 2 pages. I see. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, but it's half 7 and half 8, so it's 3 pages. It's perfect. And the third part, so after the link of antisocial personality, after neurological and biological thing, and we approach the third part, the third point of the second part, which is a case focus, a case study, otherwise said, a case focus. They put my vocabulary, what the word I use, my lingo, they use it like everywhere, even if it's a bit holding up like this, while you have to walk past a small door like this. Um, they put them everywhere. They put the lingo everywhere. So the psychopathic profile of Theodore Ted Bundy. And from what I have seen as well, apparently my mom was already designated to be the host, the mom of Archangel Raphael. And my grandma, she had like a dress. She was wearing green. And my grandma, she had like a dress uh, with uh, like fish stuff. I thought, this loses me a little. I'm like, you can program archangels now? Is it something that is just like, falling from the grace of God? You don't know, but it's happening? This tells you a little more about what's going on, right? And this is something I have been anticipating as well. Anticipating, I was like, wait a minute. I saw the stars on one of the Vishnu reincarnation, and I was like, yo, plus my conjecture of Buddha just being an Illuminati who was sanctified as the figure of a prophet, because the dude is angry all the time, cannot sort it out, get out of the house, rich dude, angry all the time, anger management, our issues, big issues, uh, move out of the house, go through a trip, comes back enlightened and having rediscovered spirituality and the world and preaching a new way of seeing life, basically. Buddha. This is this is just like uh, classic story. I'm rich. I have gone through one or two adventures. It was rough because I had to eat with my hands, and coming back from the adventure being like, oh my god, I'm so enlightened now. Perhaps I exaggerated it on that one. But this is how it feels, right? It's like, oh, I couldn't manage my anger, and all of a sudden I discovered that I could self regulate my anger with meditation. And then I'm like, do this, do this. It's amazing. You can self regulate your anger with meditation. And most probably, Buddha just at night was just like, ah! And like blood chants everywhere. I mean, like self regulated, So they were like, oh, you can even do that while sitting like the Buddha. Wow, this is magnificent. We're gonna make statues like that. You can do that while closing your eyes and asking someone to do it for you. Wow. I'm laughing, but this makes no sense, and this is super damaging. I still see stuff all around. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I've seen plenty of it, of different ones. I have seen plenty of different ones. Some more legit than others, but I won't shame my celestials for being the way they are. Or I don't have all the answers. I just have lots of material justifying a strong belief into having celestial forces working on my behalf. Because it seems that everybody's cooling down these days. Huh? They're woo. I don't know how I do with life, but I know that I'm gonna kill tonight. This uh seems to have cooled down and be like, okay, wait, please, we chill now. What do you want? Oh yeah, you want that? I'm gonna give it to you. Okay. I feel that this is what's happening right now. Like more and more, they're like, oh, we change, please. Give us a chance. We can change. This is how I feel it. And they also see perhaps that I have been um, fed with so much information, and that I'm just fucking everything up because we are all so not into them. And there is a picture of my grandma with some other people. There are 6 or something like this, several families, bloodlines, and they're like, what's up? Basically, they're like, yeah, we've gone about killing. It's gonna stop. What's up? We all agree. We're all rich. We all play the game very well. What do you have to say? And I guess that they are aware all from the intelligence world. So what the fuck is that? Archangel Raphael and my Mochigan's key. She knows how to ski. We've never gone there. We've never gone to the winter thing. But I guess that she's been abused by my grandpa there, and that it's therefore why she doesn't like going to the ski. I assume. I I don't know. I just see on the picture that there is one little girl that is most probably abused. I see that there was a car as well. So it means that there was some abuse there. Um, I see that one person had the left foot damaged. She had to see the doctor, and that it was recent, something recent. Um, so perhaps the order was they were already fighting the order. You know, not even quite sure. My grandma, she seemed to be a bit silly. I think that I think I understand where I get that from. I get it. And like, what the fuck? I see my family and the picture, and I'm like, I missed something. You know, like I'm not living in a second zone, super bad place. You know, like it's proper. You know, like it's not perfect, but it's proper. It's super proper. I wanted something else. I wanted more. You know, but still, that's fine. It's all right. It's all right. Uh, so part one. They are blocking my nose once again. And some people will have to die. It's like the killing is like just like washing over, washing over. It's like bye, 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 goodbye. So it's like as I said, it's just a matter of time, and I'm giving keys right now. So I'm giving so many strategic keys. So it means that it's like just a build up of information, of a build up, of a build up, of a build up, of a build up. And like lots of people I seen on my Instagram that a lot of what I'm saying is said as well is related. It's like it's not forcibly related in the way that I would relate the argumentation, my arguments, but it's still some arguments that are used to make some advancement, even though the person behind the curtain of appearing sane uh, or killing people to get their visibility, going about crimes. I still see that uh, I am of a good influence, that my writings are impacting positively the world, and that the message is spread in much more than just the advertisement and so on. I see that it has a deeper impact. It's like I would love to be able to deliver that message. I mean, I'm doing it, but like really delivering it myself with a strong foundation behind it. You know, like lecturing a bit more. But it is how it is. Those are psychopathological serial killers. So, diagnostic deep dive. Antisocial personality, so anti satanic 4444. Antisocial personality disorder ASPD, and psychopathy, deconstructing the mask of sanity. While criminological theories explain the developmental pathways to violence, psychopathology provides the diagnostic framework for understanding the personality structure of the serial killer. The two most relevant diagnoses are antisocial personality disorder, ASPD, and psychopathy, which are related but distinct constructs. Antisocial personality disorder, ASPD, is a clinical diagnosis found in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, DSM-5. It is defined by a pervasive pattern of disregard for and violation of the rights of others occurring since age 15. So from age 15, they completely ignore any mention of boundaries or rights. Antisocial is like your social boundaries, your wants, your needs, your knows, your rights by the legislation of the system, by how we make things work together. Uh, how the system is written to still be functional, the rights, and the laws, uh, to protect human rights, to protect civil rights, to protect social rights, to protect um, corporate rights, and all that is completely disregarded. So this is how they qualify it. From age 15. So 15 is like 1 plus 5, it gives 6, antisocial, satanism, blah. So they just made up an age. So consider just that since young, they learned not to respect the rights of others, while Kant was going about two type of imperative, one that is absolute and one so categoric, and one that is relative. I don't really remember the one relative, but the categoric one is one of the you shouldn't do that, and that's the whole point. You never come back to it, and that is the one stating what you don't want someone to do to you, you don't do it to them. And so you don't treat others the way you wouldn't like to be treated. This is like a type of reflective uh, imperative that uh, help to empathize with the other person while still being centered on yourself. That's a way as well to learn how to empathize. So it's like, oh, I'm doing this to someone. Would I like that this would be done to me? Then you imagine this done to you. It's like, oh no. Okay, so I don't do it. And it's like, oh, actually, yes. So, okay, so I do it. But then there are pathological liars, and they so want to torture, to pain people, to kill people, that they would just be lying to themselves and be like, oh no, I could go about that, and they would still do it because their desire, their impulse, their desire to violate rights and overstep boundaries and so on is stronger than uh, anything else. It's like on top of the order of priority. in the priority list is this, is uh rights, is boundaries. Yeah, I wrote about that somewhere, about the boundaries, that they are overstepping compulsively the boundaries of others. And so this is, I'm basically stating that they are antisocial. I'm saying they don't know the concept of boundaries. They don't know the concept of boundaries, and if there is one, they feel that this is offensive, that this targets them directly, and that this is telling them that um, it's they are flawed. You know, like, it feels like it somehow. It feels like it's giving away something from them. It's taking away something from them, while there is enough space for them to express themselves without having to overstep any form of rights or boundary. It's like you obsess so much on the boundary, on the rights that needs to be violated, that it becomes your center, your sole focus of attention. Focus of attention, attention of focus, your sole object of attention, your only focus. And so then you can be easily manipulated. It's like, I'm saying, hey, this is right. This is right. Wanna catch it? Wanna catch it? One overstep? One overstep? Ah, go there. No. No. This is easy. And then this goes back to me telling them about self-control, that it's important to be able to control yourself before trying to control others. Because this is compulsive, this is stronger than them. So the diagnosis requires the presence of at least three of seven specific behavioral traits, including failure to conform to social norms. 1. Failure to conform to social norms. 2. Uh, A. 2. Deceitfulness. So behavioral traits, including, I'm just rearranging the document right now. So failure to conform to social norms. 2. Deceitfulness. So deceiving, lying. 3. Impulsivity. 4. Irritability and aggressiveness. 5. Reckless disregard for safety. 6. Consistent irresponsibility. 7. Lack of remorse. Yeah, they do not, like, they feel remorse to some extent. They can feel it, but the thing is that they oppress it. They are desensitized to remorse, to guilt, to shame. It's like, not, it's not that they are desensitized to it. It's that they consistently disregard it. They have some type of mechanism that um, push them to ignore it, oppress it, compartmentalize. And a way to do that is to develop several personalities. And this is the thing of Angie. She's inventing a totally different personality. Like, Angie is not her real name. She goes about it and she just like lying all the way. Basically, she's just like, it's like it's massive red flags, you know. So do not marry her. It's like, oh, you married her, but you don't know her family. She's saying bullshit all along. Do not. But then it's like, oh, satanism. No, this is how it is. This is the culture. This is how we roll. This is how we are rewarded. So you still go for it, and then it brings you trouble and more trouble and more trouble and more unhappiness and more unhappiness and more unhappiness. Instead of saying no, because you don't learn to really say no, the expression of your antisocial personality, because it fosters an environment where only the people from the royal bloodline with antisocial personality and psychopathic disorder are at the top, are or are the one that are given the more means. Because of that, um, then it's more complicated to have people like saying like, hey, no, you know. So then this is probably why I have been put to the task as well to rewire the motives of the people, to highlight that what they need is not forcibly what they thought they needed, like, or that the way they were operating, that the way they have been going about things was not in alignment with what they were searching for, because they've been like in this environment of deceitfulness, lying, and so on. They've been hidden the truth about their own needs. They have been perhaps for their entire life in a survival mood, in a survival motion where they had to fight and fight and fight and against fight and again deceit and again lie and again and then be again violent and being like deceitful again for protecting yourself, and then like just being so hurt that you're as well like super impulsive, and because you just like you're scared, you're freaking scared inside, you're freaking scared of what you've been doing your entire life. So what you have to do is absolutely move forward no matter what. You cannot look back, you cannot rest and look back and sit, because all you've been doing your entire life was lying and being shameful and being doing like so much stuff that aren't um things that people want, and so it hurts because then you feel alone, you feel disconnected from the rest of the planet. But then the only person that are really in touch with who you are, what you do, your aspirations, your ambitions, it's other people like you, completely disconnected, completely um brainwashed, completely um into the cycle of violence and being the worst to get the most, and running after success, running after another achievement and another achievement after another achievement, in cycles of increasing violence again and plotting to the next extreme that can be found. Because of that, then it's like you just completely lose touch with what should be done. And me, I am the anchor. Like they try to drag me down, but me, I am the anchor. I'm like, it's like, I'm like, I'm like, ow, what? What are you doing? It's like, like hand in the back like this. I'm like, you touch me in my sleep. I cannot do anything. You wake me up like this. You're just so violent. What's going on with you? And then I'm like, what's going on with me? They listen and they are interested because they have been observing you for your entire life, and they're like, what? What can you tell me more about? Can you tell me more about that? They're searching for answers, and but the thing is that then I'm like, you're freaking stupid, and then it's just like, pew! And then you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Can't you just talk? Talk. And then you see the entire thing, like someone comes and just like cut the shit out. And then it's like I keep running and they keep like putting rocks in front of me and like putting doors and like putting me in a box then, and then someone is just making a fissure, and then I'm like again like slamming it until it's wide open, and then I escape again and I run. It feels like this. And then I grab a book while I'm running and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Okay, interesting. Thank you. It felt like this. Now I can stop a little. Like for me it has been like the course, the course of moving forward, like doing stuff as well, but just to be like, ah, it's like the wind blowing in my face, and I'm like, ah, I don't get you. Ugh, anyway, what's your name again? Which bloodline? Oh yeah, I saw you do this. This is why you perhaps react that way. Ugh. So yeah, failure to conform to social norms, because they are allergic to norms and boundaries, and they want to feel limitless because they feel perhaps they have been limited for the entire childhood or entire life by their own impulsivity and lack of self-control or stuff like that. Then there is deceitfulness, which is as well another manner to express that they don't want limits, that they want to embrace themselves fully, and perhaps because they have been traumatized and because they have been hurt and because they didn't know how to heal properly from that hurt. Perhaps they feel therefore limited. Perhaps they feel limited in the expression of themselves because they can only express some type of emotions, while other people, for instance, they can feel happy, they can feel at ease, but like genuinely, and perhaps like for them it's like it's a stranger feeling that they are feeling a bit envious of, but they don't know what envy is. For them, envy is synonym to desire, and so when you desire something, you just take it. It's like, and so, and it's like the social norm says the right, like there's some rights. It's like, it's not, it's right to let people alone. It's like, if I have this, if you want it, you ask me for it. You don't take it, then put it in my eyes, and then be like, you don't do this anymore. And just go eat your plate with the thing, while insulting me like, you fucking bastard. It's like, I was eating. What's your problem? Irritability, so impulsivity, lack of limit with oneself, like self-control. Irritability, aggressiveness. It's like your frustration. It's as well called reckless disregard for safety. You also focus on another objective, which is, for instance, getting what you want. That safety becomes secondary, becomes a secondary matter. It's like, it doesn't matter if you put yourself at risk or not. So you go to some extremes. You go to extreme drug consumption, because you don't really prioritize your own safety as well, which worsen things, because you didn't learn to protect yourself. because of having been abused for your entire childhood. So for you, abuse becomes is the norm. So yeah, so reckless disregard for safety, because it's not like, no boundaries. Uh, so you don't really understand that there are some stuff that should be applied to regulate yourself, just to reorientate yourself, just to, yeah. Consistent irresponsibility, so not taking responsibility, deflecting. uh it's not your fault. It's because, why did you do that? Because I had the thing that they wanted in my head. This is why they had to be aggressive to me. This, like, they don't take responsibility for, oh yeah, I could have actually asked, like, oh fuck, this is my fault, I'm sorry. For them it would be more like, next time I shoot at you with a gun, I say, well, you're asking me, do you want me to shoot you in the face? Okay. And lack of remorse. So yeah, this is deflecting and just trying to avoid. This is avoidance. So ASPD is overwhelmingly prevalent in carceral settings, which estimates suggesting it to affect 46% to 84% of incarcerated individuals globally. Whoa. Okay. Uh, the rest, it's uh, I don't want to jinx it, but it's black people incarcerated in the U.S. just because Satan. No, but that's a real issue in the U.S. The black community that is incarcerated for bullshit, for minor crimes and shit like this, with extensive sentences, sometimes just for no reason, just because they were there. So if not that, it's like being shot because they looked threatening. So because we looked threatening, there is some work to be done on that matter as well. So psychopathy, in contrast, is not a formal DSM-5 diagnosis, but is a more profound and specific personality construct assessed using tools like the Hara Psychopathy Checklist Revised, PCLR. Psychopathy encompasses a constellation of interpersonal, affective, and behavioral features. Key traits include superficial charm, a grandiose sense of uh, superficial charm, a grandiose sense of self-worth, pathological lying, manipulativeness, a complete lack of remorse or guilt, shallow affect, emotion, and a callous lack of empathy. So let's go about it again. Superficial charm. So, oh my God, Baptiste. I don't know about the lying. He read to be manipulative, a complete lack of remorse or guilt. Yes. heavy, heavy, heavy plane. So yeah, lack of remorse or guilt a bit. Shallow effect emotions. Looks like it a bit. A colorless lack of empathy. Yeah, from a self-centered. Whoa. My best friend might have been a freaking psychopath. And another best friend of my, no, narcissist is different. Bit psychopathic. Yes, 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 yes. For appearance, intense emotion still, and lack of empathy. Oh my god, Alice is a psychopath too. I have been surrounded by psychopaths. Lucky me. Yay! I know psychopathy. Woo! Shit. Okay. So while most psychopaths meet the criteria for ASPD, only a fraction of those with ASPD, an estimated one third, meet the criteria for psychopathy. Psychopathy is less common in prisons than ASPD, affecting an estimated 15 to 25% of inmates. Yeah, of course, because like you don't see anywhere here that they are, it's like antisocial personality disorder, so sociopath, basically, because it sounds like exactly the same. Uh, like if you cannot conform to norms, you are more likely to get caught. If you don't respect the rights and so on, the laws. If you are impulsive, you are more likely to not respect the rights and laws impulsively, and so to get caught. If you're impulsive, you're a bit like more like you're less organized, you're less clean, and so less precocious, less, and so you're more sloppy, and so you have more chances to get caught. Irritability, aggressiveness, because you can be angry fast. It nurtures your impulsivity, and it as well you as well like become more short-sighted. Reckless disregard for safety, because you don't very much look at for your safety, then you take risk easily. And if you take risk easily, then it means that if you have like a higher risk to get caught doing this, then you might just disregard completely the risk and still do it, this high risk thing, because it's the same as the low risk thing. You just do it or not. Because you disregard safety. It's not in the scope of analysis. You just like, I want this, it's complicated. Ah,